Oh, guess what? We're live. Yes, a bit of a bonkers one. I don't know why, but like some of you may know, not all of you probably, but I'm a firm believer in listening to your intuition. And something told me a few hours ago, do a live stream tonight. That's it. And here we are. Don't know what we're going to talk about. It's completely unplanned. And sometimes, in life when things aren't planned, they usually go pretty cool. So I think we're going to have a bit of a laugh and we're going to all learn something tonight. So it's good to hear everyone is here. Now, I don't expect a lot of people here in the chat tonight. I don't know how long we're going to run for. Probably an hour, hour and a half, like we usually do. Let's see where it takes us. So, first of all, welcome. Thanks for spending your time here with me in my little cottage on a mountain in Wales. And like I said, this was completely unscripted, completely unplanned. So I thought what I'd do for a laugh, the first person to comment wins a brand new, really cool EDC torch. And that person is on the screen right there, Lisa Jane Brynd. Congratulations, Lisa. You are a winner. And like I said in the chat earlier, if you can send me an email, we'll get that sent out to you first thing Monday morning. So all good in the hood. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through, wow, 186 people, really? Blimey, that's a bit unexpected. Right. Powered by coffee. It's been one of them days. So, yeah, I don't usually drink this coffee at this time. So, we're going to see. So, we're going to roll through. So, obviously, Lisa, you lucky girl, you're a winner. And next up, we've got Tom H. Hi from St. Bernard, Cornwall. Keep the good work going. Cornwall represented there. Cornwall is awesome, absolutely awesome. It's always going to have a place in my heart. I love that place. Next up, we have Deep in the Bunker. Hi, dude. The Batman himself. What's tonight's theme? Mate, anything. Probably a Q&A, I guess, or we can just talk all sorts. Call it, you turned up to a pub and all the drinks are free. Just have a laugh. Okay, so that's what it's going to be tonight. What's this? Fear for Honey Badger. Howdy, Funky. Good to see you. I'll tell you what, let's show everyone. So that's the first one. That's the second one. That's the third one. No way. You're from Cornwall as well. Ha, look at that. I'm glad that this cool little, and it is a cool EDC torch. As some of you know, if I can, everything's back to front. Bloody hell, why can't this thing focus? But yes, that is making its way to you. As lots of you guys probably know, I do a little bit of help with Olight, and yeah, they send me some free stuff to send out to you guys. But yeah, they don't pay the postage, I do. That is fine, absolutely. Who else have we got? Oh, dude, look at this. One of the nicest, straightest guys you could ever meet. Awesome to see you in here, brother. Greetings. And what we got is sitting by my first pit fire. Wow, of the year, chilling while the good wife rests. Absolutely, brother. That's so cool. Sitting by a pit fire. Oh. I have to keep an eye on that fire. Yeah, I should have kept it open for another 5 or 10 minutes, but we're going to see if it starts dying down. Let me know, and I'll have to shoot over there and sort that one out. Awesome. Who have you got next? Liz. I catch you later. No worries. What have we got? Blackheart Outdoors Official. I'll give it a watch. Well, thank you, dude. Tim H. Lisa. All right, we got part of the chat here. That's awesome. Black Fang Werewolf. Absolutely good to see you in here again, brother. A regular watcher, which is good. Who else have we got? Poppy Dogs. That's cool. From Oldham. Awesome. Who have we got here? WTF. What the flip? Popcorn Ready in Cumbria. Who else have we got in the chat? Torrin Lee from Norfolk. Awesome. Good to see you in here. John Baxter. Awesome. Good to see you, mate. Woy and the Funkanauts. Never read that one. The Funkanauts. Insane. That's cool. It's good to see everyone. So we're not going to try and do the same person twice. It'd just go crazy. And speaking of which, oh, dude, really? Blimey, a donation? I didn't expect any donations. Oh, that's really kind, sir. Thanks very much. Oh, that's awesome. Who else have we got in here? Scooby1012. I hope you and your little family are well, matey. Thanks for all the hard work that you put into your channel. We really, dude, that's fantastic. I really appreciate that. That's super kind. Thanks, dude. Who else have we got? Bessie 4. Another Cumbrian. All right, yeah, we're just getting acquainted. This is brilliant to see. I love some of these titles that you guys call yourselves. What's this? My 2 up, 2 down castle. Whoa. Do you know what? I used to live in a castle a long time ago. True story. It's a place in Bosham, and it was called Bosham Castle. But it wasn't a castle. It was literally a little terraced cottage, literally right on the waterfront. Some of you guys have been following me for years. I've done a couple of videos from there, I believe. It's such a long time ago now. But yeah, that was way back in 2016, I think that was, when I moved into there. Yeah, absolutely awesome. So 2 up, 2 down on the castle. Who else have we got? Prepper22. Good to see you all. Fiona Gregory. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing? I know that name. I've seen that name before. Wow. And we got Luciferius. Happy Saturday, everyone. That's mad. We got NWO Slothbite. I love that picture. Look at that. What's not to like? Oh, this is brilliant. Honestly, what? I didn't. Oh, look at that. Nearly 600 people. I didn't expect that. But really? Well, I need to move down because something just crazy's happened. Rumple foreskin. Dude, thanks for that. Oh, Canadian. Awesome. Love that Union Jack. Yeah, that was insane. I've been after one for a long, long time. And it's the only one that I can find that was hand stitched. And it was literally done correctly, not just a print. So they're all sections of material. They're all sewn. And yeah, believe it or not, it was, it's new, but made to look old. And that was £30 on eBay. And I'm absolutely choked. It's super thick, super strong. And it's definitely a keeper for sure. So yeah, thanks for that donation, sir. Andrew Christopher. No way. Dude. Oh, I can't put it, but you just donated $20 from Texas. Do you know what? Andrew Christopher. Right. Now, let me tell everyone about this guy, Andrew Christopher. I would say over the last year, I reckon about 12 months, okay, this guy has a 90% success rate and always being the first to leave a comment on all of my videos. Andrew Christopher, sir, I salute you. And Texas is, I've been calling this for ages. Texas is Zion in America. It's the only state to be in America. All right, Texas. They're the only people, from what I can see, are making a stand against all of the BS. So anyone from Texas, mate, I've got my full blessings, 110%. And in fact, you guys, especially you, Andrew, I have got a really seriously important guest coming on to the live stream this Tuesday at 9 p.m. UK time. Okay, this guy is born and bred Texas, is an absolute legend in my eyes. I hold him in massive high regard, and he has taught me so much in the last 6 months. Then it's literally unfolded and unpacked loads of stuff that I've been researching into all of the BS. This guy, right, who I'm going to be interviewing on Tuesday night, has literally turned history inside out and called it out as BS, and he's proved what has actually been going on. It's just insane. So if you really love Texas and you love true history and you love someone who's a genuine prepper, you can't miss this live stream next Tuesday. So yeah, Andrew Christopher, you're the dude, seriously. So yeah, appreciate that. We didn't have to donate that, but that's really kind. So what have we got here? Oh, some of you guys in the chat are awesome. Right, coffee done at long last. I can't stand it when it gets cold. I don't know about you guys. So yeah, let's see who's in the house. This is brilliant, honestly. Now look at this. This is something I confer with 100%. Don't let them divide us. Keep Britain united. And that would have been a United Kingdom flag, Union Jack. It's got GB written on there. So, yes, do you know what? Me and my partner, because we often talk about positive things. And I would say it may be a bit of a cliche, but you know, when you hear really good people, they say the only way that we're going to win this game, because it's a game that we're all in right now. And we've been in this game since we've been born. Some of us didn't realize, but yes, we're in a big game. Okay. And the only way that we are going to win this game is if everyone comes together as one, as it were. So there's no divisions. So you've heard that term, divided we fall. Exactly. Look where we all are. We are all divided, aren't we? You're too fat, you're too thin, you're too smart, you're too clever, your skin's too dark, or whatever it is, or you support the alphabet people. I believe in climate change. No, I don't. They're just divisions. And the more that it goes on, the more different divisions there are, the easier we are to be controlled, and the easier it is for us to pick on other people. All the time that's going on, we are losing. And it is. And do you know what? I learned loads in 2020. Sorry if I'm going off on one, but this is just free talk stuff. All right. Didn't plan anything. Nothing's written down. We're just free talking as we should be able to talk freely. Okay. Now, in 2020, when the issue happened, you've probably experienced it yourself. That's right. You watching right now, you probably experienced it yourself. There is so many things that would trigger you. So anything, a social media post is classic. Anything that wound you up, riled you up, literally just done your head in, you would instantly just reply, and you would reply to that comment, and it would be negative energy leaving you to that person, attacking that person, and you don't know who they are. You've never seen this person face to face. And it was so easy just to go, no, you're wrong. No, that. Now, listen, it took me, I used to do it. All right. We're all human, I guess. Most of us are. Some, I beg to differ. You probably get what I'm saying. But no, I've learned since then that anything I see which winds me up, I leave it. I don't give it any of my energy. Okay. Anyone who's befriended me and wronged me, I just let them be. Just let them dig their own hole. Karma will always sort people out. Okay, so if you're one of them guys who are trolling, you're putting negative stuff out there, if you just leave them, don't give them any energy at all. Don't even reply to them. Like, they just don't exist. Okay, they're gone. They don't mean anything. All the time that was happening, I learned not to be triggered. And I'll tell you what, it's helped massively, because what I found was happening to myself was every time I was triggered and all this, I was getting really angry, really stressed. And if you look at what's happened to a good friend of mine, Alaska Prepper, okay, Rudy, he took literally a month off of doing YouTube videos. One of the reasons why was stress, because he was literally doing what I'm doing, immersing himself in the negative realm of news and information. Okay, if you're not careful, you don't know how to release that tension, that stress, that pressure. It will get to you. And it got to him so much where he just said, no, I need to just get away from all of this negative stuff. It took a month off. Yeah, there was other things. If you want to know more about what happened to Rudy, check out Alaska Prepper, and he explains it all. But yeah, so yeah, don't be triggered. And it takes a long time, but once you master it, it's good, because all of these people putting negative stuff out there, if at some point it gets to the point where no one's responding to them, no one's feeding them, they're just going to go away. It's simple. It's difficult, but it's simple in the end. But once you master not to be triggered and don't fall for trolls and negative stuff, honestly, man, you don't suffer. You don't get stressed. They will get probably more wound up because no one's replying to them. They're not being fed by anything. And they'll just go away and do something else. So, yes, absolutely. For saying that, I can't even read that name. It just says and 68 from what I can understand. But no, it's a very valid point. Don't get divided. So, oh God, I can't believe this. There's someone else donated as well. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. John Baldwin, you didn't have to, mate. Seriously. But thank you very much indeed. I really appreciate it. And there we go. Look at this. Liz Liz, you're awesome. I don't know who you are, but I've seen your name on here a few times, especially recently. Don't feed the troll. Exactly. Don't give them anything because they feed off of a response, whatever their response is. If it's like, yeah, you're right, or no, you're wrong, or even if you say, have a nice day, be happy, they're getting energy. So don't give them anything at all. Just leave it. Absolutely all. And I'll tell you what, some people who I know make YouTube videos, and I'm good friends with some of them, they can't help themselves but to get involved with responding or take them down on the comments that a good friend of mine actually used to handle these situations. But personally, nah. I'm an old hat. I've been doing this for 11 plus years now. And mate, honestly, sorry, 12 plus years. It is not worth wasting your valuable energy. If only people realized how valuable your energies are, then you would completely get it. You wouldn't even entertain the fact of responding to anything negative. So, yeah, that's cool. We're going to drop right down to the bottom because it's got insane. Nearly 900 people. I didn't expect this. I just come on here for a bit of a chat. So, I'll tell you what. Here we go. We'll start off with this one. It's the first one I've seen. Okay, it's completely random. I don't know what it says yet. But if anyone wants me to read out any questions, put them in capital letters like Sean's just done there, and I'll do my best to reply to them. Okay, so it's like a Q&A. We can talk about anything we want, whether it's good, bad, prepping, the news, anything. Okay, so there we go. Question, Darren, is it possible to get non-GM seeds these days? Yes, it is possible. Now, there are companies out there selling like seed vaults, seed bags, seed boxes, that sort of thing. But most of them, you can't guarantee that they're called heirloom seeds. Now, I wish I had some with me, but they're out the back in the shed, etc. But there is one company which I've used, and what I'm going to do for you, Sean, I'm going to share that information now. Let me see if I can pull it up. Here we are. Right. Okay. So you want some information live from the man you love best? Check this out. Right. Now, this company here, I have been using since 2007, I think it was. This company here, it's called Real Seeds. Okay. Now, this company is absolutely 100% genuine and on point. I'm not associated with them in any way. Okay, they don't even know that I'm mentioning anything about them. But all I can say is from what I've learned, and I've learned a lot over the years about growing fruit and vegetables, and indeed herbs as well. This company here, you're guaranteed that all of it is going to be GM free. And yes, it is here in the UK. So this is the website. You just want to type in realseeds.co.uk and this page should come up. Okay. Now, what they usually do is they just literally grow all of their crops, let them all go to seeds, and they dry them out professionally, and they literally pack them and send them to you, and they are all guaranteed genuine. So just for a quick run off the mill, it's good because it tells you when to plant and when to harvest. Really basic and really straightforward. This one here, the top one, the SAR or Kazar. It's called the ZAR. I've personally used these ones, right? And these things here, these runner beans are absolutely insane. And I'm not making this up. This is absolute genuine truth. I used to do, let me just come back. I used to do what's called a wigwam when I'll get these big, like 10-foot or 8-foot long, thick quality straight garden canes. I'll put them up as a wigwam, secure them so they're really strong. They're not going to get blown over by the wind. And I would put two runner bean seeds, probably about 2 inches either side of these canes. So just say, for example, you put 10 around this wigwam, chucked it in there. And I'm not joking. When the time comes to harvest these things, it was a struggle. I probably got about a bin liner packed full of just runner beans, just from 10 seeds that I planted. It's insane. Like I say, there's many that I could recommend from that website, but we could be here for half an hour just talking about that. But no, that company, Sean, I absolutely 100% recommend. I wouldn't buy seeds from anyone that I couldn't guarantee that they're spot on seeds. So there you go. Heirloom seeds, a GM, yeah, non-GM, exactly. Yeah, there's no way that I'm going to go out and buy any seeds which they can't guarantee that they're not heirloom seeds. Okay, heirloom seeds or heirloom seeds, they are the ones to go for. They're certified non-GM or non-GMO. Okay, so there's no rubbish in there. They're basically, they started harvested all of these seeds from little old grannies down the cottage lane who has been literally just saving their seeds and regrowing them every single year. And they've got them and they've just planted them, let them all go to seeds, and it's just multiplied and multiplied millions fold. And they dry them out professionally, and you literally get them within 2 days. They're fantastic. The best time to get it, you're probably leaving it a bit late now because the stocks, I should imagine, are quite low. But the best time to get seeds, especially from that company, is in November. Okay, November is the time to get your latest, greatest, most current seeds, and they'll be brilliant. Personally, I won't buy any seeds from anywhere else. I don't care how it's packaged or how it's marketed. These seeds are absolutely totally clean, and they've been going for a long time, and they can be trusted. Some companies that are doing, these whatever vault survival seeds or whatever it is, you don't really know where they're getting them from, etc. Oh God, let me see. This is nuts. KL, I've just seen thanks for that. Oh man, I didn't expect any super stickers. KL, you're an absolute legend. I appreciate that. I wish I can find it to show it. It's just gone nuts. I didn't expect this. So I'm right at the bottom now, most up to date. I'm going to scroll up. I'm looking for capital letters. There you go. This one is from Simone Nyman. Vital Seeds are good too, based in Devon. Wow, do you know what? Real Seed Company, they're like in the same sort of everything at Dorset. But yeah, if they're good, absolutely check them out. But I can't vouch for that because I had not heard of these people before. But no, it's absolutely good to see what's going on out there. Oh, look at this. I can't say no to my man, Bo. Wear the silver, wear the black, and we don't get in our way. Dude, how you doing, brother? Now, listen, one of these days, I want to get Bo on a live stream. Now, let me know, dude, if you're up for it. You don't have to show your face. You can just have half of the screen with an LA Raiders flag. How about that? And you can just talk. If you're up for it, dude, I want to get on a live stream. I love you like a brother. That is so cool to see you in there, mate. Seriously. And here we are. KL, really appreciate that. That's absolutely beautiful. Oh, God, look at this. This is from Stephanie on PayPal. Thank you for that donation as well. I don't expect this. Right, I'm looking for capital letters, guys. Oh, who else have we got? There's another way I can see it quickly. This is from Andrew Morgan. Thank you for that donation, Andrew. It's very welcome, very kind. Public gathering happened today outside the gates of prison in Bexhill. Oh, I heard about something going on in Bexhill. See Bexhill News meeting in Bexhill Town Hall Wednesday at 7 p.m. Wow. Now, what could this be to do with? Will it be two things possibly? The 15-minute city thing or the migrant hotels, etc. I don't really know because it doesn't say it in here, Andrew. But yeah, so yeah, there's something going down there. A public gathering happened today. Whoa. Well, that's good news because the public should gather, especially against all of the BS which is happening right now. It's absolutely nuts. This one here, absolutely. Serenity Bay, I save all my own seeds. Yeah, exactly. I remember a long time ago going to that real seed company. And then what I used to do is when I had my allotment, it depended on the crop, but I would literally do a row across the width of the rods down the allotment. And I'd usually let one, possibly two, go to seeds. And it's incredible. The biggest one that I'd done when I'd done that experimental lockdown homestead garden and the other property before we moved in 2020, I let loads go to seed, which was purple sprouting broccoli. And I can't believe the amount of seeds that I saved from that. I could literally have my hands full like that, literally like a pile 3 times. And them seeds are tiny. They're about 1/10 of a match head. And there's hundreds of thousands of seeds there. And once they're dried correctly, they're just left to dry in the sun because we had great weather in 2020. They're just literally just put into a brown paper bag and sealed up and put out the way, but not to be kept near anything moist. Okay, they're kept dry. and they should, in theory, last for years and years and years. If you wanted to go full tilt, you could vacuum seal them, oxygen absorber, and put them in the freezer and forget about them. That's if you really want to. Yes, I've done that before, and it works pretty good. Right. Let's have a look at this one. Jesus H. Christ. Now, some people might get offended by that. There's no offense intended. I don't usually tackle religion on here because, again, it's one of those divided things and people argue. But we're going to read it out anyway because it's capital letters and we are free to talk about whatever we want on here. Darren, what is the future of Christianity? 33% of Americans now gone religious in 2023. Wow. Well, what I can tell you, and this comes from the guy I'm going to be talking to on Tuesday, he absolutely categorically firmly believes that all of the problems that we're seeing with America and the dollar, and it's going down and down and down, and it's literally getting ruined. He does believe genuinely that there's going to be a massive resurgence in a Christian Reich, he calls it, within America. And it's literally going to swing from the left where it is now right to the right. And it's just going to go nuts. It turns out that America's got so much oil for real right now in its own land, which is not being used like it usually is. So when all of these other BRICS countries get together, etc., America has got way more. And America is absolutely going to thrive. And he predicts that within this year and next year. Okay. This year, I've already said Joe Biden will step down this year. There's so much good stuff coming, but people can't see it. And you wait till I get this guy on. Yes, we're going to talk about prepping. We might not talk about that sort of stuff because I don't believe that the amount of subscribers I've got will literally be able to take in this amount of really deep sound information. It's really, really, it'll go over a lot of people's heads. It took me a while, but it's absolutely insane. So there you go, Sean. Yeah, I honestly, mate, I swear by that company. They are so good, and you won't be disappointed. Okay, they're really, really good. What we are now, April now. You might be leaving it a bit late with some crops, but yeah, definitely you're going to be getting summer crops you can get now and plant now. Even if you're going into second earlies, maybe for potatoes, there's certain things you can do. So don't worry, you haven't left it too late, and it's definitely worth looking into. So we're going to roll it right down to the bottom. Let me see. Who's in there? Here we go. Look at this. Michael Kennedy is all a movie. 100%. It's a game, and we're all playing a part in this game, or in this film, in this movie. Totally. Look at this. The USA already gone? No. That's the mainstream narrative of America. No. America is having a snooze. But when America wakes up, my goodness. I'll tell you what, all of these people that seem to be taking over and running things, the left, as it's been called in the mainstream, nah, you wait till you see it. It's going to be biblical, mate. Proper. It really, really is. Right. Oh, here he is, Beach Hut Man. Ah, where is it? It's over there, in that window there where that curtain is a new bottle. That whiskey was absolutely awesome, by the way. I really did like that. Got a candle in it, and that is not going to be thrown away. It's going to be an awesome candle holder. So we got a handmaiden's tale ? I've got no idea what that means. Sorry, dude. It's a bit cryptic. Oh, Lord have mercy. Who have you got in the house tonight? London girl. God bless you, sweetheart. God bless you. You're a legend. This girl's awesome, by the way. Seriously. Yeah, and I can see, even though I can't, but I can see her grinning and all of them white teeth. I can see him grinning. Oh, yes. Yes, sir, baby. I can see that smile. Wow. We need to see some capital letters. Here we go. I haven't read it yet, so we're going to ping it up. Did you confirm with your source what is happening in June or July? No, you've not got back to me yet. I'm expecting usually email replies and responses in a weekday. So now we're in the weekend. I literally don't go into emails. I did have a quick look. Yes, I'm telling a porcupine there, but nothing's come back as yet. So if I don't hear anything by midday Monday, I'm going to ping over another reminder email to see what I can find out about that. But no, absolutely. But I will be trying to share something about that. I might be restricted on who and what I can say, but no, I'm curious as well. I need to know what's going on there. Right, let's go up here. Right, who's this? This is from Matt Francis in capital letters. Did you see the news the other day about how to survive a nuclear event on Sky? No, unfortunately, yeah, I have got a TV there, but we don't watch any TV. The only thing that goes on that television is YouTube. That's it, nothing else. There's no aerial plugged into it. We don't watch mainstream news. In fact, the last time I watched anything mainstream news related was literally, I think, the week that my mum passed away in 2020. She died on the 9th of March, just before all of this lockdown BS come in. And the world seemed to be changing for the worse at that time. So with all of that, I remember seeing that twat Boris Johnson and that bloody Hancock and whoever else it was standing there with all that hazard tape around their podiums, as it were, saying about, oh, this, and all of these numbers and all this complete BS. That's the last time I ever see any of the news. So no, I did not see anything about that. But there is a lot of chatter about nuke stuff and alert stuff. Personally, I'm not buying into it. And I'll tell you a few reasons why I'm not buying into that. Two, no one stands to gain from a nuclear war, okay? It's happened in the 60s, it's happened in the 80s, and it looks like it's starting to happen again. Sometimes, especially the Cuban Missile Crisis, it came really close, but it never happened. I don't believe... What was that? A bird hitting the window? Crazy. But I firmly believe that it's never going to happen, this nuclear thing. I really, really don't, okay? So there's a lot of fear coming out around that. And yeah, we've covered it as well. Keep hearing noises. Can you hear noises? Let me check my phone. It's really strange because sometimes I've got to be quiet because my son's upstairs. Oh, I've got a text message. Let me see what's going on. Oh, it's from my brother, I'm a cockroach. Yeah, we had a nice chat earlier. I don't know if he's watching now, but if you are, Mike, I hope you're a well dude. And whatever will be, will be. Things will happen for a reason. Why am I going all blurry? That's it. Very strange with this focus. So, no, that's one reason why I don't believe there's going to be a nuclear thing. The other thing, like I said, whatever the mainstream are putting out there, try your best not to look into it too much, okay? Because that's what they want. They want people to react to all of this BS news, which is coming out all the time. That's why, the banking system is in complete disarray and literally on the verge of collapse. And what you're seeing in the American press, all of this BS about Donald Trump, okay? Now, they want you to look at that. So my advice is, whatever the mainstream media put out there, no matter how tempting or juicy it is, don't spend your time in it. I mean, as soon as that Russia-Ukraine thing kicked off, I was quite interested in that for about 4 or 5 days. And after that, I've not even looked at anything whatsoever, not a second, reading an article or watching videos or anything to do with Ukraine and Russia. It just doesn't interest me. It's BS. You can't prove who's right and who's wrong, and you can't have any impact on the outcome of it. So I don't feed that energy at all. I'm more concerned about what's affecting my family directly. And currently, the threats are for me and my family is inflation and the availability and prices of fuel, which is fuel for your car and fuel for your home to heat it or whatever. They're the only things which are concerning me right now. And of course, money, because without money, we can't really do much. So yeah, all of this wars and rumors of wars and Trump, and it's all BS. Don't buy into it. That's my advice. Take it or leave it. But yeah, the short answer is no, I didn't. I didn't watch anything on there, but no, it wouldn't surprise me. So we're going to scroll down to the bottom. Look at that, over 1,000 people. Wow. Right, what's we got here? This is from Black Fang Werewolf again. Hi, dude. Do you think that migrants are a covert invasion force? 100% yes. Completely yes. From the evidence that I've seen, the photographs, we've had people observing some of these places, and they have seen UN stuff going in and out of them, and there's more of that coming out, trickling through the scenes as well. There's so much evidence out there to support that. Yes, this is a strategic invasion takeover, in my opinion. Okay, and many others share this opinion too, but it is not being talked about on the mainstream. If it is, it's been rubbished as a conspiracy theory. Now, here's a little joke for you if you want to laugh. What's the difference between a conspiracy theory and the truth? About 6 months. Absolutely. That's true. I mean, look at all of the people who took that. Oh, yeah, we've been safe. The government wants to help us. Look what happened. How many have ended up seriously ill and how many have died from it? Yeah, more than what they're talking about. So, yes. Also, I am going to be having some drinky poos tonight. 10 o'clock. Why not? Sounds good. So don't worry if...
We ain't got no booze. We ain't got no booze.
Don't worry if we ain't got no booze. You can have a cup of coffee like I was having, whatever it is. All I can hope for is 10 o'clock. Everyone is on the same page and we're all having a drink together. Because this is Saturday Night Live. This is a pub. Why wouldn't you? So, yeah, dude. What else have we got? Here we go. Die. The daffodils are beautiful. Oh, yeah, honestly, we got tons popping up all around the cottage. It's nuts. But the thing is, because we're right high up on the mountain, they've only just opened up. Whereas if you go lower levels, daffodils have been out for weeks now. Ours have only opened up within the last 10 days. So it just goes to show it's very difficult to grow fruit and veg at high elevations on a seriously exposed mountainside with winds. And honestly, trees are coming down. It's insane when we get high winds up here, and we do. It's not uncommon to have 80 to 90 mile an hour gusts up here all throughout winter. And it literally just come and go out of nowhere. The weather forecast is completely BS. It doesn't make no sense. It's nothing what we actually get here. So growing stuff up here is very difficult. Now, I did want to try and look into getting a really seriously strong polytunnel. Nothing crazy, some about 16 feet by about 8 feet or 10 feet, something like that. But it has to be really strong. I don't want to put one up and it gets shredded or the wind take it and it bends all of the metalwork. But we had to look into stuff like that, and they're about £3,000, and there's no way I'm ever going to afford that. So we'll have to wait and see. So here we go. Daffodils are beautiful. People, please do not forget, positive energy is paramount. Hey, Di, I love you, sweetheart. Absolutely 100%. 100% truth. Oh, let me see. Excuse me. Oh, Bob Hunter, thank you for that donation, sir. That's absolutely cool. Let's be more like the French and the Dutch and get off us and get off the street. Do you know what? Yeah, I agree. Now, it's all well and good, me sitting here promoting, be positive, don't bite to trolls and stuff like this. But there comes a time and there comes a point where we, the people, have to stand up and do something. Okay, all the time that we're not physically doing anything, it's going to get worse and nothing's going to change for the better. So it's like, I remember David Icke saying this back in 2012. Okay. He actually said he believes that the future is going to be amazing. And it is. And I believe him. And lots of us do. Not just him, but lots of other people are saying similar things. The future is going to be amazing. But unfortunately, we're going to have to go through some serious crap first. If any of you guys remember that film, The Shawshank Redemption? Do you remember that film? Really good film. And do you remember where to crawl on his hands and knees through all of that sewage for God knows how long? And he'd come out the other side clean when it rained. That is absolutely where humanity is right now. Okay. we are going to have to crawl through all of that. And I can't tell you how long it's going to take to crawl through that sewage. But at some point, it's going to be amazing. But it's not going to happen unless we crawl through that sewage. And that approach to that sewage pipe or tunnel is coming up real fast. It really is. And I do predict, I don't want to, but there's no other way around it. I do predict mass problems on the streets of the UK this summertime. I think we are going to see similar to what's happened. It's happening still in France, believe it or not. In Paris right now, they're still going toe to toe with them police, and it's insane what's going on. It's been happening for weeks and weeks and weeks. Now, I really do believe, because the live stream that I done last night, if some of you guys watched that, April, so today, all the way through this month, there are lots of changes which are going to happen. And most of them are going to affect most people who are going to be worse off financially off the back of these changes. And that, I think, is literally going to snap lots of people who are already in dire financial crisis. Okay. So when people have not much to lose and they're trying their best and they can't tread water for any longer, they're going to go rogue. They're going to join in protest, and rightly so, because people only protest usually when they've got nothing to lose. Okay. All the time, you've got relative comfort and you're financially sound, it's not a problem. But at some point, it's going to affect you. Now, I believe what needs to happen is people need to come together sooner rather than later. Because if people just think, oh, it doesn't affect me, I'm sitting in my nice warm home, etc., and they don't do anything about it, well, at some point it's going to come to you. And you're going to be saying, well, where's people to help me? You should have helped all them people a long time ago. It's too late. So this is why it is looking like, with all of these changes which are happening here in the UK, that this summer it's going to be crazy. Do you remember what happened in America when you had Black Lives Matter and Antifa and all of that stuff? It was all summertime. Well, guess what? We're going to be getting the same this year. Guarantee it. I would be absolutely gobsmacked, surprised and amazed if we make it to Christmas and then there hasn't been no trouble like we've seen in France. I would be gobsmacked. Okay. So I think you're right, Bob. I think people do need to get off their asses and make a stand. And I absolutely said it. And I categorically stick by that. And I met a good friend of mine who is here in the chat right now, and we shook in it. And I said, when the situation arises where there's going to be a massive protest in London aimed towards central government, and there's enough time to understand when this date's going to happen, I'm going. I'm literally going to be going there. And my friend who I shook my hand with, shook his hand, he said, I'll go with you. Now that's a true friend. That's a real friend. And I'm talking to you right now. When I shake someone's hand, that's it. I absolutely 100% mean it, because I believe that the honor and the strength of a true handshake carry something. Now, when you shake someone's hand and it's like a cold, wet, damp lettuce, don't trust that person. No way. If you mean something and you want to bond on a real handshake, you do a real handshake. This guy, I trust my life with him. And yes, this year we are going to London and we're going to be joining in on those protests. Okay. I'm not just saying it, I mean it. There's no way that I can sit here encouraging and inspiring and helping, sharing information, and not actually backing it up myself. People say, oh yeah, but this. Yeah, I did sell up everything I had. I did come all the way to a different country. I did end up in a tiny little cottage in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, we're struggling financially, but guess what? You have to do something, whatever it takes to change your life for the better. Because like I said, I started talking about this stuff back in 2012 when I first started YouTube, that I am preparing for the fall of the economy and civil unrest. Lots of people have seen me on the TV when I said that on National Geographic, okay? And I firmly believe it, and I believe it right here, right now. So who would I be if no, all of a sudden I'm not preparing for that? I am preparing for it, and I've done whatever I could to give myself a better chance, because I know at some point living in a heavily densely populated urban environment is going to be bad for you in some way, shape, or form. And now I'm a dad and I've got a son, I've got responsibilities, and I didn't want to just sit around not doing anything to improve my situation. I've done something. And like the guy said earlier, do something. We need to get off our asses and do something. So absolutely, Bob Hunter, you're spot on there, sir. 100%. So who else have we got? Come on, give me some capital letter comments, guys, so I can read it out. There we go. Now, I'm not even reading them in the chat before I put them on there. I'm putting them on there, and then I'm going to see. Okay, so there's nothing, there's no fear, there's no whatever. So, wide-eyed and awake. Nice name. Use old school methods, get the information out, leaflets and posters. Yeah, absolutely. I've been saying this for a while now, and it's true. Because if you understand the ramifications which are coming off the back of the release of the online safety bill, then you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about right now. The online safety bill, if that ever goes through, right, trust me, there's no one here in the UK who is going to be able to chat privately online. No way. The only way you're going to be able to do that is to physically move out of the UK. I don't care how clever you are with IT and Linux and encrypted whatever. They are going to get into that system and they are going to spy. They're going to scan every single word or character in all of those encrypted messages. And how difficult is it going to be to meet up and arrange any sort of retort to what's going on with the current situation globally? You won't be able to, because they're going to put something in place to prevent any sort of gathering or plan or anything. Okay, so wide-eyed and awake, you're absolutely spot on. Okay, we are going to need to see people who work, or even better, run printing shops. Okay, whether they do it at home as a business or they got a physical shop, we need to make sure that we're getting people to make these big advertisements for bus stops. Okay, you know, the adverts we see, a crappy McDonald's advert on the side of a bus stop. We need big, bold lettering and advertisement going up in places like that, and all over places where people meet and spend a lot of time, or even in traffic, where there's traffic lights, where there's junctions, where there's going to be lots of people sat around looking around bored. That's where they need to be. Okay, leaflets, posters, stickers on lampposts or bus stops or whatever it is, to share what is happening. Now, even if there's 10,000 posters go up in the UK overnight, even if 20 people act on what they see, that is a positive step forward. Okay, so yes, it might be a lot of work and there may be some risk of putting these things up. Don't forget, there's cameras everywhere. You are going to need to conceal your identity if you don't want to be caught, or you wish to continue with that line of trying to awaken people to the truth of what's going on. But yeah, absolutely, I couldn't agree more. 100%. Oh, thanks to Peter on PayPal. Thank you for that, Peter. That's a lovely donation, sir. Much appreciated. Right, so yeah, we're going up. What else have we got here? What's this? Mrs. Lorraine, me and my partner will walk with you, Funky. Do you know what? Yeah, we could do. Because like I said to my friend who I spoke to today about, I am going to walk the walk. I am going to go on the biggest protest, which is going to happen this year in London. It is going to happen. I can't tell you where or when, but it will happen. And I will be going. And yeah, it might not be a bad idea to get loads of people to all meet up so we can all walk together. Lorraine, that's a nice idea, sweetheart. Yeah, we'll see if we can get something arranged and we'll all be together, won't we? Don't forget, I've got a few friends. Oh, excuse me. I've got a few friends who really do walk the walk when it comes to counter surveillance, should we say. So the stuff that's in my head, the information that I've learned over the years from seriously switched on clever people about how to be in the protest, okay, it's really good knowledge. And if you want to have a tiny insight into that ideology and thought process, please watch a video which I've done a few years ago now. It's called Grey Man Concepts. Okay, Grey Man Concepts. You watch that video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're going to learn a lot. And it's only a 20-minute video. There's so much info in that video, which is going to help anyone about situational awareness and things like that. Okay. I mean, I said on a live stream recently, I took my son to Shrewsbury for the first time. Bearing in mind, okay, I was born and bred in Portsmouth, a 4.5 square mile island with 260,000 people living there. So yes, heavily, densely populated, lots of social problems, crime, vandalism, etc. Okay, I was brought up in that environment, and then so now I'm used to that. I know how to deal and handle myself in the city. Okay, all of a sudden, I'm out here. I open that front door. It's nothing for miles. It's pure peace and quiet. It's beautiful. And we've been living in this environment for what, a year and a half, something like that. And let me tell you this, in that year and a half, despite all of that knowledge that I accrued in that time that I lived in Portsmouth, I went to this Shrewsbury. It's nothing compared to Portsmouth. It's a village in comparison. When I went there, oh my days, it was literally right. The old saying, some of you guys who've been in the military will know what I'm saying here in the UK, all right? Switch on or get switched off. And it was. As soon as we got out that car, locked the car in the car park, it was literally situational awareness, eyes everywhere. There's so much potential to receive harm in environments like that. And yeah, some people might say, oh, you're paranoid, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? People who say that have never been attacked before in the city. Okay. They're always going to say that. So people who have had experiences, they've learnt by them, they know the signs. Especially now, if any of you guys now who have spent any time living on the streets, whether it's a week, a year, or even a day or two, okay, if you have any experience on that, please send me an email. Okay, the email address is below this video, because I know a few people who have done that for years. Okay, and the information which I've learned from these people is incredible. Now, these people, right, they live on the streets, and their situational awareness is absolutely 100% on point. You won't get any better than someone who has spent time living on the streets. They can literally see a trouble or an anger brewing from someone who is just talking plain and rational as myself. They can sense it. They can feel something bad is soon going to happen. And then they got a decision to make. They run, do something or whatever. Most of us who have never been in that situational environment before, you're going to be standing there talking to someone on the street, yeah, and all of a sudden, bang, something's happened because you never had a clue about what was coming. Now, situational awareness seriously needs to be adhered. And let me tell you this: when I was walking around that city, I was using all my skills, and it was good to see them all come back. And it's like some of you guys would probably understand if you go to the gym and you do some exercise, some weights and stuff. I've done it years ago, and I stopped it for a long time. When I went back to the gym back in 2020, it's called muscle memory. So your body and your muscles remember the stresses and the strains put on certain particular muscle groups, different weights, different extremities and speeds, etc., and indeed resistance. So once you've been through that and you've learned it, it's still in there. It doesn't take long to bring that back. And it was literally, as soon as I got out there, the stress was over. Well, okay, we're in the city, right, switch on. I'm here on my own with thousands and thousands of people, and I'm holding the son. My son's hand is 5 years old, no one else. Let me tell you this: if you're not switched on, okay, we have seen untold, imaginable amounts of child kidnapping going on in America, and indeed it's happening over here. It's not really reported. Okay, I love my son with all my heart, and I always will, no matter what he does. And there's no way that I'm just going to be on my phone like this and see him run around the crowd. Like I saw parents do that, and it's just bonkers. And one day something's going to happen and their kid's going to be gone. And oh, where's little Jamie gone? Too late. You're a parent, you're responsible. And if you allow that to happen, there's no one to blame but yourself. Let me just see this. I've just seen this. Oh, I can't pronounce it. BC Let Jog. Yeah. Thanks for that donation. We stand together, stay united, not divided. 100%. Oh my God, not again. This is from Lucy, and like from Lucy, being funky kiss. Oh, I say Lucy, thank you very much, sweetheart. That's awesome. Appreciate that. That's lovely. But yeah, I'm just talking truth here, guys. So mote it be. Here we go. More camping videos, please. Yeah, do you know what? I've been saying this on and off for probably about a month now. And every time I start to plan and prepare to go out to do a camp, these emails, honestly, they just keep coming and coming and coming. And some of them are so urgent and important. I just spend the day researching, presenting, and I'll do the videos and I've got to edit them and upload them. And I never found myself getting out there. But no, I do realize that I do need to start getting out there and using some of my kit and equipment to help and inspire others. My only fear with doing this is it takes a lot of effort. Now, if you've never done a YouTube video before, excuse me, I'm going to need that drink real soon. 5 minutes, thank God. It takes me roughly one whole week, like 5 to 7 days, say 8 hours a day, to do one overnight camp video. That's how long it actually takes me to do. Okay, it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. And because this is my livelihood now, if I was to do that, all of that time and energy into one video, and I put it up there and say 10,000 people watched it, well, it's nuts. But there is a way, and I'm trying to figure out a way which I can get to a point where I've got the time to actually do that. But yeah, the Celtic Saxon, I'm absolutely itching to get out there, seriously. And so much so, this year is going to be the first time that I take my son camping. He's been to the prepper meet, so he's done camping before, but not where it's just me and him in the middle of nowhere. And let me tell you this, out here, we are right in the depths of mid Wales, and you can walk for miles and miles and miles and not see a single building, a single soul. Okay, it's nothing like down south where you can go into some woods and you're constantly hearing traffic noise from somewhere. Out here, it's pure quiet, and we are miles away from anywhere. And I'm looking forward to taking my son there, just me and him, showing him the ropes, letting him use the knife, letting him get the fire going, and all the rest of it. Can't wait. But before I do that, I'm going to go there on my own to check out the site, which I've already found, just to see if it's going to be working out okay. I suspect it will. And when that is going to happen, yeah, I'm doing a video on that. So, yeah, absolutely. I will endeavour to get all that sort of stuff done. What have we got out here? I'm trying to look for capital letters. Have you got any questions for me, ladies and gentlemen? It'd be good to see. Most of it's all in lowercase, so I'm not even trying to read that. I can't see anything. Wow. I've just read that one. I'm scrolling up. Wow, 1,200 people. Seriously? You guys are awesome. Do you know what? No, speaking honestly, I thought I'd just do this randomly, nothing planned, and I reckon I'll probably see about 30 or 40 people in the chat, and we'll be talking, chatting and laughing. But I didn't expect this. You guys are awesome just to sort of drop in like this, and yet just to go and show that donation. Cheers, buddy. I really appreciate that. And yet, stay united, not divided. Yeah, for sure. And you know what? Whilst we're on the subject of that, tell you a true story, right? I'm not sure. I don't think this guy is going to be watching this, but me and this guy go back a long time doing YouTube videos. As soon as 2020 happened, he stopped doing YouTube videos, full stop. Now, I used to send this guy knives and the odd bottle of beer and all the rest of it. Really good friends. And it turns out, like some of you guys are probably experiencing this, that as soon as 2020 happened, there was a big rift, a big split. Basically, the easiest way to sort of say this is those who believed the BS and those who didn't. Whatever spectrum you want to immerse within that. Okay. So there we are. We still communicate and we still share posts and we still share private messages and we chat and laugh about all the things we always used to. As soon as I do something political, especially about climate change or about Trump or whatever it is, okay, I know that he is going to disagree. Now, sometimes, not all, he would leave a comment or reply, but he does it with the utmost respect, right? And he even sent me a private message yesterday afternoon, and it said, "Are we still friends?" And I just said, "Mate, absolutely." I said, "I love you like a brother." And he said, "We obviously disagree most things politically." Okay, so he believes the left, I believe the right, if you want to call it that. Okay, I don't like to use that, but that's what the easiest way to describe our relationship about the topics of interest. And it's good. It's really, really good because we are both adult to say, yeah, no problems. You've got your views, and I respect your views, and you're right to say so. Absolutely fine, mate. I hope you're all well, blah blah blah, and we really mean it. Okay. Now, sometimes I might, under my breath, go, "Oh, you tosser," and he might say the same about me, but it doesn't matter. This is the key point. This is fundamentally important for everyone to understand. You watching right now probably know someone just like that. But if you can still communicate with that person like an adult and respectfully and politely, okay, and still keep common interests which you've had for years, keep it going. It's so easy to say, oh, you've had that, I don't agree with it, I'm not talking to you again. Some people have known these people 30, 40, 50 years, and you terminating that friendship and all that trust and all of their memories with an opinion. This is what they want. This is what you should not do. Don't allow yourself to be divided. On that note, I've been talking too much, and it's drinky poos of time. Drinky poos of time. Look at that. I'm half cut and I've not even started yet. So we're going old school. Who remembers these in the UK? Now, I don't know if you can see that in there. You see the old Raven. Yeah, Ravenware back in the 70s. Yeah, the decade that I was born, mate. Oh, look at this. Can you hear it? Look at that. That's not haunted, is it? That's definitely not headless. Right, I'm going to leave that there to settle. Oh, my hand was cramping up, so I didn't want to hold that too long. So, yeah, happy drinky poos, guys. Oh, not again. What's this? Bob Hunter. Oh, my God. What's Bob saying now? My cat said, have a drink and tell a joke. What looks like half a cat and the other half. Bob, you dude. Oh, dude, honestly. Do you know what? Unfortunately, the only jokes that I've got are really filthy jokes, and I won't be allowed to say them on here. This is Bluebell. Thank you for that donation. Sweetheart, I'm presuming. We're stronger together, and our numbers are growing. Great life, Funky. Beer at the ready. Wow. To you, know what? I'm just going to do, look at this, ambidextrous. I'm doing it with the other hand now. There we go. Cheers, everybody. Take care. Oh, wow. Gee whiz, that's so good. You get that sometimes when you just keep talking and talking and talking, and your mouth starts to, your throat goes all funny. It's bonkers. Right, here we go. Here's one. This is from Ed. Do you still keep in touch with Wiltshiremen? Yeah, we certainly do. I met up with him when he had a little road trip to Wales earlier on, before Christmas, I think it was. And yeah, I sent him an email, and he sent me one back the other day, funny enough. Yeah, we still keep in touch, and I would love to have him out here, and I'd love to go out and do one of those chill out camps like we used to back in the old days, as it were. Because looking at his current situation with his wife and his own health problems, I think it may be an idea to get that sort of thing done sooner rather than later. But no, I don't want to alarm anyone. It's just I always think years ahead. Oh my God, what happened there? Kind of got some gas in that hobby goblin. But yes, yeah, it'd be good. I would think it'd be wicked for me and Sandy to have a camp somewhere. So I'm going to try and see if he can do some backpacking rather than just carry 50-ton of kit on his bike, because he wouldn't be able to hack it out here. He wouldn't be able to use the bike on these hills. It'd kill him. Because let me tell you this, there's nothing level out here. Everything's like this. We don't see no push bikes out here. If you do, they're absolutely nuts. They must have legs like bloody telegraph poles. Right, here we go. What's this? The one and only. I like your little flag icon there. Hey, Funky, don't you regret you withdrawn you from Europe? Oh, you must be from overseas. No, not at all. No, I've always said, every country should be its own sovereign state. And the more people start digging into the truth behind the European Union, completely unelected officials, completely milking people out of all their money. No, I couldn't wait to get out of Europe, to be honest. This is the United Kingdom. That's the Union Jack. It's not part of Europe. My great grandfather, he died out there trying to fight to keep this country from speaking German. I don't want any part of Europe. Okay. Europe is Europe. UK is UK. I don't regret it for a second. The only thing I do regret is people not doing enough to get rid of this poxy government, which is literally killing people and ruining people's lives every single day. That's my only regret. So I do suspect that we are going to be turning up that pot of water on the stove, which is simmering. When it comes to summertime, that's going to boil over. And you watch, you're going to remember me saying this come summertime. Bloody hell, it's right. Because when you're going to see on loads of these YouTube channels and loads of Twitter accounts, you won't see it on the BBC, right? So don't go looking for any news on any of the mainstream. And I'll tell you for why. Because back in 2020, when the issue happened, I remember seeing almost 1 million people on the streets of London protesting. There's not a sniff of it on any single mainstream news outlet for the whole week about what happened. So if you still believe the mainstream media not reporting anything like that, if you still believe in them, well, there's nothing I can do for you. But going back to the EU, no, mate. I couldn't wait to get out of that hellhole, mate. Simple as that. And we are free to say whatever we want. If you don't agree with me, that's absolutely fine. I mean, what happens when you get offended? Nothing actually happens. You're an adult. Deal with it. Simple. It really is simple. If you try and keep life simple, it's cool. You start mucking around and going down silly little dead end roads. You're wasting your time. Right, who we got here? Oh, here we go. Brian, here we go. Here's someone who knows his history. Well, Brian, let me tell you this, mate. You spent a lot of your life looking into history. You do not want to miss this guy I'm interviewing on Tuesday, right? It will make you rethink a lot of things, trust me. Yep, officially Germanic people. Yeah, maybe they are. But I think the point was getting out of Europe, as in being ruled, owned and governed by Europe when we are the United Kingdom. We should be able to run our own country, not from all of the BS in Brussels. It doesn't matter where we're from. The fact of the matter is that I think it's who runs his country, and it should be people born and bred in this country who should be elected by the masses who we want to be running it. Did you vote for Rishi Sunak? No. Did you vote for Theresa May? Did you vote for Boris Johnson? Look what's happened. They're all to do with the WEF, and they're all going in to do as much damage as they possibly could, and out they go, and look at the mess they've left behind. Well, at some point, Brian, you remember this, the Peasants' Revolt. Yeah, we could be seeing that in our lifetime, mate. If you think I'm joking, stick around for the ride, sir. So, what's this? We got a question from Izzy Fury. Do you strike flint with flint? Flint with flint shatters. No, if you're talking about flint napping, no, you need to basically adopt the rule like we do when we sharpen knives. Yeah, let me show you this. No, I shouldn't. It's a live stream. We're not allowed to show knives. But if you've got a knife, all you need to do is find any material that's harder than the steel that is in your knife, and it will remove it and it will sharpen it. The same sort of thing with flint. If you find the harder stone than flint, that's the thing that you use to break it. I think that's what you mean. Who's this? Babsy, well said. Appreciate it. I just speak from the heart. I just speak honestly. And if people don't like it, they don't have to watch. It's absolutely fine. What we got here, this is from Sarah Soya 1. What was the good news yesterday, please? You forgot to tell us. What was the good news yesterday? I honestly can't remember. I'm really sorry about that. It's been one of them days. Right. I saw something in there. Right. I'm trying to find questions. Oh, here's one, I think, isn't it? No, it's the same one. Duh. Oh, you repeated it. That's Sarah has done the same question about 2 or 3 times. Right. Okay. Right, let's go. Let's bring it down, as my friend Rudy would say, the Alaska Prepper. Not again. Look out. This is from Martin on PayPal. Thank you very much for that donation, sir. Oh, wow. Check it out. Now, I've already got a video planned on Monday to do. Like I say, I try. I'm not trying very hard, but I try to have family time over the weekend. So, the amount of time that I spend researching, reading, cross-referencing, videoing, editing, uploading, putting all of the links and all of that sort of stuff on it takes a lot of time. So for me, the weekend is my time, my family time. Look at this. Audrey, have you guys watched Richard Vobes? He's good. I hope so, because I had them on this channel the other day and I spoke to him on the phone yesterday, and we're going to be, hopefully, if it's free, we can do another live stream next week. So, yeah, absolutely, Audrey, on point. The guy's a legend. I love the guy. And honestly, we've only just found each other as friends, and we feel we could literally talk for England forever. It's that insane. When you just find someone who is just so like-minded. Yeah, he's bonkers. Lovely guy. Right. Yeah, let's go right down to the bottom. Oh, right. Yeah. Cool. So, yeah, today, what happened today? Well, a few things done in the morning, as it were. And I thought, you know what? I needed to pop into Brecon to talk business with a good company down there. And indeed to catch up with a friend of mine and pay him what I owed him. And I thought, well, what I'm doing now, I'm going to take my son around the town because he loves it. And what's been happening is, because, like I say, I put so much time and effort into doing the videos all the way through the weekdays. Now, I don't really get much time, quality time, to spend with my son. Excuse me, that's gassy as hell. So I'll try and find maybe like a day if I can, so I don't do no work during the week, and it condenses it where I've really got to get some more content out to make up for not producing like I should and what I wanted to. Anyway, by the by, I call it like my son and his name and Daddy Day. So every Saturday, no matter what, it's just me and my son, and I take him out to wherever, and we do lots of fun stuff. Okay. So today happened to be Brecon, so we went down there. We went down some shops. He's found an awesome Audi remote control car. He loves that thing, and yeah, we got a massive discount on that, so it's good because money's tight. So we done that in the charity shop. I'm going to walk around. We spoke to some friends. It was absolutely gorgeous weather. I was walking around in Brecon, right, on April Fool's Day, wearing a t-shirt, a hat, and trousers. It was hot. It was sunny. Couldn't believe it. When I looked at the forecast before we went, it was just overcast and windy all day. Couldn't be further from the truth. There is practically zero wind, full sunshine, and that is absolutely warm. It's beautiful. And, that was our day today. So, bloody all. No way. Do you know what? You're not the first person to say that. Well, do you know what? If I did, I wouldn't last long. The establishment would take me out. But, no. I'll tell you what, if I was single and I didn't have no family and I had nothing to lose, yeah, too right, I'd run for PM, mate. Definitely. But, I want to be here for my son. Now, with my views, etc., if I ran for that sort of thing, mate, I'd end up like Abraham Lincoln pretty damn quick. Here we go. What's this? This is from Merry Christmas or Merry Christmas. Well, thanks for that donation, sweetheart. Who is taking over the UK asylum next? Right. Very good question. So if some of you guys follow me on Instagram, I remember doing a post not that long ago. I think it was when just before Rishi Sunak turned out to be our Prime Minister, which is absolutely BS, by the way, in my opinion. I put number 10 Downing Street, with the railings outside and the door. I replaced the image of the door with a revolving door. And yeah, it is just literally they come in, they're all part of the World Economic Forum, even our king. So it doesn't bother me what you think about our king. Personally, I've got a dislike towards him, but that's my own opinion. Obviously, you're absolutely free to form your own opinions, but based on all of the years of research looking into the royal family, etc., they are not what people think they are, and that's the problem. Okay. Anyway, going off of that, like I say, all of these people coming in to run the UK in the public eye, that is, they are all got links to the World Economic Forum, and Rishi Sunak is no different. Even that guy up in Scotland, no different. The mayor of London, no different. Okay, can you see what's happening? So yes, I wouldn't like to guess who is going to be next, and I seriously hope that it isn't that Keir Starmer. I seriously hope it isn't him, because let me tell you this: if that guy ends up Prime Minister, we have got a massive battle on our hands. No joke. No joke. That is one seriously evil individual right there with lots of really bad links. And I'm not joking, okay? Now, I hope to God that he doesn't get in. That's my own opinion on it. Right, what's this? This is Based Armchair. Have you seen the latest from the Gov? Power Up Britain. Doesn't look good. Yeah, I've looked into a bit of that, but I need to spend more time concluding what their agenda is for that. But no, absolutely, that's a very valid point, and that's going to be deep dive soon when I'll get into the week. Like I say, this weekend is just a bit of chill time for me. Now, who's this? Oh, Sean again. Oh, cool. Bit of love going on there. That's awesome. There we go. Do you know what? Blessed Love. Nice name. Adapt 2030. Yeah, David Dubine, sorry, on YouTube. Look what's going on. Do you know what? I've been following Dave for quite a few years now. And I'll be honest, I've not looked at Adapt 2030 for probably just before Christmas, so quite a while. And it's unusual. For some reason, I haven't been drawn into watching his videos. I do know that he was doing an awful lot of deep diving regards agriculture and climate and that sort of stuff. But like I say, how I see things with my eyes is what is the immediate threat to me and my family. At the moment, climate and crops doesn't really affect me because we're sorted for food and that for a prolonged period of time. If the power went down, we'd be absolutely fine here for about a year. Okay. So all of these crop things and that doesn't really affect me and my family directly. So I haven't really spent any energy, my time, listening to what David's got to say. So yeah, anyway, let's go down to some of these. This is from John Kennedy. Hi, John. How you doing, sir? Do you guys in the UK have to deal with the puppets selected by Geo Soros? Let me tell you this. I've uncovered Mr. Soros in one of the videos I've done about 15-minute cities, and yeah, absolutely, he is funding some of that stuff. And not only that, lots of the, should we say, the pro-anti-migrant groups, he is heavily funding that. So yeah, he is definitely on board with them up top for sure. But he hasn't got long left by the look of him. But it's just like drug dealers, you know. You're at an airport and you get a drug dealer. Great, you've got the guy. He's got a suitcase full up with whatever. And all the time that energy is going into that. 10 other people have got around him with lots more drugs, and off they go. George Soros is exactly the same. He goes for whatever reason. There's loads of other people already taking his place or working alongside him. So yeah, we are at war pretty much if you want to dramatize it. So yeah, oh no, again. Michael on PayPal. Wow, thanks, dude. Thanks for that on PayPal. Really appreciate that. That's awesome. Thanks, Mike. What a lovely guy. So yeah. Yeah, I've really got to be careful because, like I said about triggered, I just see something about Churchill. But yeah, there's lots of stuff out there which I wish people knew the truth. But yeah, I'm not going to get drawn into that. Let's carry on. Oh, okay, Brody. Oh, I'll probably miss it by a couple of minutes. Yeah, Brian, absolutely, mate. Yeah, family first. And yeah, you take care of him, buddy. Yeah, enjoy every moment because you know what's happened to me. I've no longer got a mum now, and yeah, you can't turn the clock back. But if you have still got parents with you, just do the best you can to have as much fun and love with them as you possibly can. That's my advice. Because one day they won't be there. And you don't want to be that guy full of regrets. I wish I'd done this. I wish I'd done that. I wish I wasn't working too hard and spend more time with my mum or my dad. You know, you find time, you know, because, you know, without your parents, wow, it's a tough gig. Well, I've just got my dad now. So, yeah, it is what it is. So, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Also, don't forget that notification bell because something strange has been happening. Although, yes, I have got a healthy amount of subscribers. When I check on the analytics, only half of all of them people haven't got their notification bells turned on. So, if they did, maybe more people would be here now. So, if anyone is subscribed to me right now, if you can, just check. It shouldn't take long to see if that notification bell is actually ticked to all notifications. It's the very top one. Once you click or tap onto that, it should be fine. Because I have heard stories from people saying, I checked recently and the notification bell wasn't ticked. So sometimes the YouTube algorithm resets things, and yeah, a lot of people don't get to see off the cuff, things like this. So yeah, here we go. This is Black Fang Werewolf. Honestly, you guys, if you want to hit me up, just put it in capitals because I can see it. Anyone else find self-service tills drive you insane, or is it just me? Do you know what? I've done it for once in my life, just once to experience what it was like. And I struggled. And the reason I struggled was because there was cameras everywhere, right in my face. You know, when you look at that. So the first thing I'd done was I just put a carrier bag on the top of it. Bump. Guess what? Done. Because I don't like the idea of that privacy invasion with facial recognition and data capturing. Someone could hack your data and use your face against something else. Don't give them the ammo. But the main fundamental reason behind how I want to address this comment you're seeing on the screen now is always deal with cash. Always deal with cash. Okay? The less that you use your card, especially contactless, the less that you use it, the more powerful as a nation we become. All the time you're not using cash, for whatever reason, most of it's laziness, and I get it, okay? You know, you need to do something about it, and cash is definitely king. It always has and always will be, all right? Because that pretty much guarantees your privacy, all right? If you don't care or you're not worried about your privacy, or one of these lefties to say, oh, if you haven't done anything wrong, you've got nothing to hide, then people, honestly, don't deal with them people. Okay, they just do not get it, and they will not get it because they've been heavily brainwashed by the mainstream narrative. They will fight to protect it. Just what they said on the film The Matrix. Incidentally, The Matrix was a documentary, if you don't know. So there you go. Yeah, what's this? Oh, this is Sean again. I had great pleasure in paying for my curry with cash. Good boy. Do you know what? I had a curry today. I went to the butcher's. I don't buy my meat from a supermarket anymore. I haven't done since Christmas, which is awesome. So we're 3-4 months now. So yeah, personal best for me. I'm not giving my money to them evil, profiteering, monitoring, tracking, disgusting supermarkets for inferior quality meat pumped with all sorts of crap with hyperinflated prices. No, thank you. I'm going to the butchers, a myriad of butchers. I'm choosing around 5, and I go between each ones on a regular basis. I support them with my cash, which I earn, and I give to them, and I support them. The more people do that, the more chance that that butcher's still going to be there for a longer period of time. All the time people go to the supermarkets, they use their card, they go to the self checkout, and guess what? That butcher, who's probably been there 40, 50, 60 years, is going to be gone very, very quick. And unless we support them, they're gone and they ain't coming back. No, they ain't coming back. They're gone. And all you're going to have left is supermarkets. Now, looking forward, I saw this coming a long time ago, and this is a prediction which I've never shared before, but I do believe that the only two supermarkets which you're going to see in the UK 5 years from now is going to be Aldi and Lidl. All of the other ones are going to be way too expensive with the hyperinflation, which is probably about a year or two away. I'm talking hyperinflation. So when you go to the supermarket to get a loaf of bread and it's £15, that's hyperinflation in my book. Okay, it's coming. It's definitely coming. All right. So inflation is going to continue to rise at that slow sweeping rate. When hyperinflation goes, it peaks. And it has happened in so many countries. Look at Venezuela. Now, I remember talking about this on a live stream a year ago, right? In Venezuela, the average, so yes, the average of the entire country in Venezuela, the average 1 month's wages, that's 4 weeks, full-time work, will buy you, guess what? Half of a cheeseburger. That's hyperinflation, and that's where we're going. All the time people are using their cards and not using cash. It's absolutely rolling that towards us. Use cash, support local independent businesses. Even if you have to get in the car and drive 4 or 5 miles out of town to a countryside and go and get 12, 24 eggs to last you for a couple of weeks or so, do that. Don't go to the supermarket and give them your money. I know it's convenient. I know it's relatively cheap, but no, not the case. You can buy eggs in the countryside the same, if not cheaper, than supermarkets. And let me tell you this, they're much more fresher, much more better quality, and that's just eggs, right? Butchers, oh my God, what a massive difference. How many of you enjoy bacon? I love bacon, right? Now, I've done a YouTube video years ago called Bacon Saturday. I wanted to start a viral thing that everyone should have bacon every Saturday, okay? Now, I don't know about you, but when you buy bacon from supermarkets, okay, and you take it out and it's really thin and it's wet and you put it in the frying pan and it shrinks and all of that white crap comes out of it, that's not bacon. That's not real bacon. The stuff we get from the butchers, I'm not joking, is probably about 5 millimeters thick, right? And it is back bacon, which is what I prefer, and it's smoked. Let me tell you this, you take it out and you put it in the frying pan with a tiny drop of oil or butter, and there's no liquid. It does not shrink, and it tastes amazing. All right, that's real bacon, and it's probably the same price as what you're paying for that crap in the supermarket. If you haven't tried it, just try it, okay? You will be amazed at the difference, and it's doing you and your body a massive favor by not consuming all of the crap which they're pumping into that stuff. So yeah. There you go. Check it out. London girl. Oh, do you know what? I really love you. Crispy bacon. Oh, you're such a naughty lady. Absolutely. Crispy bacon. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Heads up. The king is a bacon. You guys are wicked. So you're just going through the comments there. You're not eating my cat. Oh, what a pussy. Sorry, mate. Joke. Oh, look at this. Yeah. Someone is speaking the truth right here. Now, look at this comment on the screen. This is by an awesome person, Pixie23. Now, read this. It is truth. Prices have gone up so much in supermarkets and the quality has come down. Yes. And this isn't the supermarkets. This isn't just the supermarkets, sorry. Now, I would say the cafes that I've gone into, because I'm trying to support as many independent businesses as I can, I can't really afford it. I don't do it that often, but when we do go into a cafe, it's very expensive and the quality you get is terrible. I'm not going to lie, it's terrible. They probably find in the cheapest sausages, the cheapest bacon, the cheapest eggs, the cheapest beans, the cheapest bread, the whole thing. And although it's nicely cooked and looks great, and some of them they do cook it just right. You haven't got all that snot on the top of the eggs. You haven't got like burnt bacon and cold beans. It's done nicely. But when you eat it, now I know quality when I taste it. And one of the reasons why I say this is because for quite a while now, I've been eating fresh food from local places and independent businesses. It's way different than supermarkets. It seriously is. Any of you guys who have grown your own fruit and veg, you know what I'm talking about. I've been growing my own fruit and veg for donkey's years, and I've learned so much. Most of it I learned from my elders when I was down the allotment way back in 2007. And I've carried that through. I was always asking them questions. I was always so keen and willing to learn. I've learned about permaculture, companion planting. I've learned about heirloom seeds, how to save my seeds, all of this that I've learned. And let me tell you this, if you've never grown your own vegetables, you've got no idea what real food is. Okay. You can buy it from the greengrocers. Yeah, good. But sometimes that product which you're buying has been out of the ground for a week, maybe 2 weeks. And the difference, if you pull something, now the best way, in my opinion, to grow food is in your garden. Okay. All the time you're going to an allotment. The problems I see with allotments is they're not secure. It's very easy to get your stuff stolen, and it's happening already. And the reports I'm getting from friends when they went in like last week to check on their potatoes and do some weeding, half of them were pulled up. All of these sorts of things, and it is going to get worse as people get more desperate. So to have your own food on your own property where you can at least secure it in some way, the more the better. And you haven't got to spend all that time, money, and diesel or widen a bike or whatever it is, all the way to your allotment and back. You literally open your back door into your garden, and there it is. Now, the reason I'm saying this, as soon as you pick, say if it's a root vegetable, for example, you pull some carrots or potatoes, as soon as you have them, you can just run them under the tap and you can eat them. Now, as soon as you eat them, so the basic way I'm trying to explain is the less time it's been out of the ground, the more beneficial it is. Who has seen the film Avatar? You remember that film Avatar with those blue, weird CGI characters on it? All about linking with energy and the planet and stuff. It's absolutely true with fruits and vegetables. You pull them out of the ground, you've still got amazing amounts of energy. They're still alive pretty much at that point. That's the optimum time to eat them. And the optimum way is to eat them raw. And let me tell you this, the taste and how good it is for your body is insane. The longer that vegetable has been starved from its life force, so it's been in the ground or on a tree or whatever it is, it's losing its nutritional value. 100%. If you don't believe me, research it. I have years ago, and it's fact. It's true. That's why one of the reasons why people buying stuff from supermarkets, you're buying apples that picked from New Zealand 12 months ago. 12 months ago from New Zealand. Come over here, kept in cold storage, put on the supermarket shelf. Oh, that tastes nice. Man, that was picked 12 months ago. It's got no nutritional content in it whatsoever. It's ridiculous. You got your own apple tree, or your neighbour has. You pick an apple and eat it there and then, or you pick a strawberry which is growing. You will know the difference. And it's like, wow. And an interesting thing was when we used to go to supermarkets years ago, we'll get blueberries. And most of them was from Chile or places in South America. And when you ate them, they didn't really taste of anything. They're very, very mild and bland. And our next door neighbours before we moved, Bob and Anne, they're a lovely old couple. I mean, he fought in Crimea, lovely guy. And the thing was, sorry, Korea, not Crimea. I must get that right. And he's in his 90s, lovely guy. And he grew all of their own fruit and vegetables in their garden. And they grew their own blueberries. And the blueberries that they gave us, they literally just picked them, handed them over and the garden fence, and we tried them. Wow. They actually tasted of something. And it was completely different than anything I've ever had in a supermarket. Completely different. You can't beat fresh produce. You can't. In fact, since we've moved up here from the south, it's just been incredible. I mean, we've not bought any eggs from the supermarket, and we've been here well over a year now. And we support all of the local people. They put honesty boxes out there, and when we're getting 12 eggs left, we just go out there and buy another 12, and we just keep 24. And when you start getting down to 12, we get another 2, and we just rotate. We've never had to buy eggs from a supermarket, and it's amazing. You crack them into a frying pan, and the yolk is like orange yellow, and it stands up like this. Then you know it's fresh. Absolutely beautiful. Really, really is a completely different way of life. I'm just going through the comments. Let me have a look. Some of you guys are mint, honestly. Who's this? Oh, look at this from London Girl again. People think I'm stalking you. Check it out. But it's absolutely true. Look, learn to cook what you prep. Go back to basics. Now, that's sound advice, guys. You got to admit, okay? There was a term that we used in the military. It's called keep it KISS, okay? Keep it simple, stupid. The more simpler that you can keep your life, the more control you've got over it, the better quality of life you're going to get. The more complicated things which exist within it, which is what the powers that be want. They want things complicated. I mean, how easy and straightforward is it to submit a tax return? It's insane. How easy is it to represent yourself in court? It's a nightmare. You say one wrong thing because you don't understand how their system works. You're in the deep doo-doo, okay? So try and keep it simple and absolutely, go back to basics, cook what you prep. So yeah, we done it when we had our boy there. We got him to literally put his hands in the dirt, pull potatoes out. We took him into the kitchen. We got him to start peeling them. We put them in water. We boiled them up and we was eating them. And you saw the whole process. And that's what we need to educate our kids, where food comes from and what it should taste like. And they're getting top nutritional content quality into their very important developing young system. Okay. Absolutely imperative. It really, really is. So, bloody hell, look at the time. Well, that's probably it, guys. I know it's a bit of an off the cuff thing, but yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. I didn't envisage all of you guys turning up. You blew my mind, to be fair. So yeah, I've got to say thanks to everyone who's donated. I seriously didn't expect anyone to donate anything. It was just a test off the cuff just to see if anyone turned up. I was expecting 20 to 30 people. There's been in 2,000 in here. Bonkers. So yeah, I appreciate your time because, like I say, time is the most precious commodity. It really, really is. And no matter how many different millions of YouTube videos are on there right now, you chose to watch mine, and that really means a lot to me. Seriously does. I do appreciate every single one of you guys massively. So yeah, everyone's donated. It really helps. I can't thank you enough. Everyone who's been in the chat, it's really good to see you all in here. And I didn't envisage so many. If there was a shorter number, I would have gone through and put every single one of you up in there. I started to, then it got bonkers. So yeah, I suppose if I do something like this again, try and get on it quick, because if you do, you might win a prize as well, just like Lisa did earlier. So yeah, and also obviously the moderators. Moderators are fantastic. There's a few in here, not many, because I appreciate, life gets in the way. It's absolutely fine. But for all intents and purposes, it looks like it's been a clean chat, which is absolutely fantastic. And obviously you guys watching on the replay. Now, that's awesome. To get right to the end of this video, to watch all of that on the replay, I can't thank you enough. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up, if you can do that, it's really quick. All you do is you come out of the chat, hit thumbs up, dink, it's done. It's easy. The more people hit the thumbs up, the more it gets shared and the more people can see it. And incidentally, what I do is I enable chat replay. So when this video gets published on my YouTube channel, people can watch the replay and see all of the chat there. Okay. So the more people hit the thumbs up, the more it goes, the more people see it, the more we get into the community, the more we help each other, the more we learn, and the more fun we have as well, rather than whatever's going on out there. So I hope you've enjoyed Saturday Night Live. Let me know in the comment section, not the chat, in the comment section, if you want me to do something like this again, and we'll see what we can do. So that's fantastic. You guys, take care and stay funky.